And you have forgotten on matter of joy to me, said Emma, and a very considerable one that I made the match myself. I made the match, 4 years ago, and to have it take place and be proved in the right. When so many people said Mr. Weston would never marry again, may comfort me for anything. Mr. Kennedy shook his head at her. Her father fondly replied, my dear, I wish you would not make magic and foretell things, for whatever you say always comes to pass. Pray do not make any more mates. I promise you to make none for myself, Papa, but I must indeed for other people. It is the greatest amusement in the world. And after such success, everybody said that Mr. Weston would never marry again. Oh dear. No, Mr. Weston, who had been a widower so long, and who seemed so perfectly comfortable without a wife, so con- constantly occupied either in his business in town or amongst his friends here. It was acceptable wherever he went. It was cheerful. Mr. Weston need not spend a single evening in the year alone if he did not like it or no. Mr. Weston certainly would never marry again. Some people even talked of a promise to his wife on her deathbed, and others of the son and the uncle not letting him. All manner of solemn nonsense was talked on the subject, but I believe it none of it. Ever since that day about 4 years ago that Miss Taylor and I met with him in Broadway Lane, when because it began to drizzle, he darted away with so much gallantry and brought 2 umbrellas for us from Farmer Mitchell's. I made up my mind on the subject. I planned the match from that hour, and when such success has blessed me in this instance, dear Papa, you cannot think that I shall live off match making. I do not understand what you mean by success, said Mr. Kennedy. Success supposes endeavor. Your time has been properly and delicately spent. If you have been endeavoring for the last 4 years to bring about this marriage, a worthy employment for a young lady's mind, but if which I rather imagine you're making the match, as you call it, means only you're planning it. You're saying to yourself on ideal day, I think it would be a very good thing for Miss Taylor if Mr. Weston were to marry her, and saying it again to yourself every now and then afterwards. Why do you talk of success? Where is your merit? What you proud of? You made a lucky guess, and that is all that can be said.